and gentlemen, I think it's time for us to understand the power of print advertising. We've spoken about digital, we've emphasized on the future, but does print have that kind of power to take us or to carry forward itself into the future? Well, to give us some insight into that and to throw some light on this very topic, please welcome on stage the Director, Revenue and Strategy, Hindustan Times, who's going to be talking about the power of print advertising, Arun Anant. Welcome, Arun.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us this evening. I think Sundar really loves me because after a whole day's discussion on technology and disruption, he wants me to speak on the power of print. So thank you, Sundar, wherever you are. In his talk yesterday, he said that the past is irrelevant, and I quite like him for that because I do agree with him. Because the past really is about television. And when it comes to future, most of you tomorrow are going to be listening to Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev, and like all spiritual gurus, he will talk about beta, don't live in the past, don't think about the future, live in the present. Right? So, presenting to you from One India, which is an amalgam of Hindustan Times, The Hindu, and the Ananda Bazar Patrika Group, damn it, print advertising works. Think about it. We're the only medium where on the left column I can have a story which says, did she kill her daughter, Indrani Mukherjee? On the right column I'll have a story, is she having a baby, Rani Mukherjee? And between the two I'll have an agitated Hardik Patel. Right? So, print advertising really works, and I think Uber saw this ad. Cab drivers wanted good driving and a criminal record, and I'm showing you fairly simple classified advertising, right? Think about this. Do you want my cat or do you want my husband? Call Jennifer. That's the number. Note it down. It's a real ad. And this one, 1995 Nissan, not for sale. I mean, what advertising can you do which is for sale, and advertising that you can do which is not for sale? And I think we have the best revenue streams in this business, right? And this one is from my very own paper. I think my ad operations person was listening to Bistar pe litha do, gadhe ka kya kaam hai, and instead of mattress, he put mistress. And I believe it worked. Right? But yeah, come to think of technology, and this is a real story, though it's not the real ad that I'm showing. There's this woman who suspected her husband of having an affair, but she couldn't really prove it, and eventually she managed to get from Google Earth a photograph of his car and him in front of his mistress's house. And the next thing, they had a divorce. Now, think about it. If you were a real estate company, you want this bloody idiot to buy a house for his wife and a house for his mistress, but instead, he's now paying alimony. So, it may be very believable to the audience, but it's not too credible for the advertiser. So, be careful. All technology is good, but it has what it has. This is contextual advertising. You're seeing a lot of this nowadays. I mean, you can't do this in any other medium, can you? Right? Have fun with it. So, print advertising, I won't run you through this. Highly credible. Maybe you'll get a lot of direct response from digital, but when it comes to building the core brand, it is really about print advertising, and that's really the way it has been. When it comes to media engagement, and I want you to see a video, print outscores any other vehicle. Thank you. So One India has this humongous reach. I can't even count the numbers. It's about 65 million across all the publications put together. And we're capable of doing a lot of good work. And interestingly, this is another example of Dove. There was a previous speaker who also spoke on Dove. And this is not porn, silly. Pro-age. But what we can do is we can bring the best of every region. So we can do a different ad for Calcutta and a different one for Chennai and a different one for Delhi and so on. But the real problem is that even as a newspaper man, when I speak to my creative director saying, okay, I have a brief and I want a campaign to build my brand, he would come back with a 30-second ad. And I said, damn it, television advertising production, damn expensive. Newspaper, the medium for me is free, but you will still get a 30-second ad. So maybe the problem is really not print advertising, but print advertisers. So that's something that some of you would want to mull over. And if all of this doesn't work, I think newspapers still work for a whole lot of things. I asked my girlfriend if she could get me a newspaper. Don't be silly, you can borrow my iPad. That spider never knew what happened to it. And for all the cock and bull stories that you would hear, we're going to catch them young and we're going to watch them grow.
Once in a while, something comes along that changes the way we live. A device so simple and intuitive, using it feels almost familiar. Introducing the 2015 IKEA catalog. It's not a digital book or an e-book. It's a book. The first thing to note is no cables, not even a power cable. The 2015 IKEA catalog comes fully charged and the battery life is eternal. The interface is 7.5 by 8 inches, but can expand to 15 by 8 inches. The navigation is based on tactile touch technology that you can actually feel. Content comes pre-installed via 328 high-definition pages of inspiring home furnishing ideas. To start browsing, simply touch and drag. Right to left to move forwards. Left to right to move backwards. Notice something else? That's right, no lag. Each crystal clear page loads instantaneously, no matter how fast you scroll. If you want to get a quick overview, just hold it in the palm of your hand and using just your thumb, speed browse the content. If you find something you want to save for later, you can simply bookmark it. And even if you close the application, you can easily find the bookmark again. Amazing. What about multiple users? For that, we've introduced a simple color coding system to avoid confusion. If you want to share a particularly inspiring item, you literally share it. Another special feature is password protection, which is voice activated. Excuse me, that's mine. At IKEA, we feel that technology this life enhancing should be in the hands of everyone. So the 2015 IKEA catalog is free. You can download one from your mailbox, the one you open with a key. If it's not there, try refresh the next day. Or you can upload yourself to the IKEA store and find one there. Experience the power of a book.
Thank you, guys.